Hello, friends. I'm Bobby Ramirez, and this is Play Along with Me, Jazz Improvisation Training Video for Beginners. Welcome. Yeah, all right. Once again, welcome. Jazz Improvisation 101 for beginners. In essence, we are all beginners, man. But I'm just a little more advanced. But always learning. It's a never-ending process of learning the language of jazz, and it is a language, and you got to realize that you have to, you have to walk before you run. So realize that. I mean, some of you are beginning musicians, young. Others are older. But a musician's life is essentially a marathon. And we are athletes. At least that's how I think about it, Always training, always practicing. It's a never-ending marathon, Always exploring, always pushing the envelope, pushing yourself to become greater and be able to express yourself in a better way, where you get to a point where you just think about it and the notes comes out, and there's no real sense unless just think about it and improvise. Swing, man. Duke Ellington said it don't mean a thing. It ain't got that swing. It's so right. So again, thanks for watching this video. Play along with me. Jazz improvisation training video for beginners. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button below, hit the like button, and share it with your friends. Remember, we have a resource section in the bottom with lots of good stuff for aspiring jazz musicians, real books, all kinds of play-along resources. So make sure to visit the description below. Again, thank you for your support. Right, I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you about a tool that every jazz musician should have. And if you don't have it in your bag of tricks, get it as soon as possible. We're going to start working with this. So we're talking about the real book. See, here it is. The real book, it's been in my life for almost 40 years, ever since I started playing jazz. It has a whole bunch of classic tunes from the repertoire of Miles, Charlie Parker, Dizzy Gillespie, just a great resource for tunes and melodies, So one of the things we're going to do today is play along to one of these melodies, a tune from Duke Ellington called Satin Doll. Okay, so what you're going to do is we're going to learn this melody, and one of the things with the real book is that since it's full of melodies, the goal is to learn these melodies and memorize them. Memorize them, memorize them, memorize them. Okay, memory. Okay, memorize everything. So we're going to be working with this tune, Satin Doll, and you're going to play along with me, and I'm just going to play the melody over and over again until it's about 3 minutes. But it's important that you play along with me and internalize the language of this tune, which is, a swinging tune. We're going to be working with dotted eighth notes followed by a 16th type of language, which is the standard language in traditional jazz, do 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 boom 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 do 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 do. All right, so you should be able to do that. You should stomp your foot as you play this melody in the 2 and 4. Okay, now that's a lot harder than it sounds, but it's something critical that you need to learn in order to internalize the style, internalize the melody, internalize the form, internalize the style of jazz improvisation. Okay, and that is the way we learn how to swing in jazz. It's easy going, laid back, relax. Do 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 no do 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 no do 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 do. Okay, so the Satin Doll is in the real book, or you probably find it on the internet. Download it, just Satin Doll, and go to images and download the music to this tune. Whatever your key is, this is in C, but you also have real books in E flat and B flat for other instruments. So, but definitely you should be able to, and it's something that you need to incorporate into your practicing, being able to not only play these melodies but also sing them like I did, while you stomp your foot and or fingers like I did, do 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 on 2 and 4. That's critical. That's like the heart of swing music. 2 and 4, 2 and 4. You'll hear that. And one of the things that's going on here while you're learning jazz improvisation is you're developing your ear. Okay, ear training, listening is critical to jazz improvisation. You're sitting there improvising, and you're part of a rhythm section. You got the keyboard, you got the drums, you got the bass happening. So, an improviser is going to be listening to those things constantly. What are they doing? It's expressive. And depending on what they're doing, you're going to do things. And depending on what you do, they're going to follow you. So it's interaction, maximum interaction, constantly. So ear training, a drummer's going to do that on 2 and 4 with the hi-hat. You'll hear that, So learn to swing behind the 2 and 4, dotted eighth note followed by a 16th rhythm. So, all right, so here we go. We're going to you're going to play along with me this tune and play the melody with me exactly like I play it. You can look at the book, but I recommend, initially just look at the book, learn the song, but I really recommend not using the book once you learn this tune. And I want you to learn this tune, okay, without looking at the music. Okay, that's the whole goal of playing with me. Because remember, jazz is an oral tradition, okay? I mean, there's like a million jazz books that you can read. You can go, at school and get theory, this and that. At the end of the day, jazz is an oral tradition. It's like Charlie Parker said, man, you go learn, this and that and books or whatever, but then, when the time comes, in front of the bandstand, you just kind of forget about that and just improvise, baby, improvise. And that's pretty much the way it is, I mean, so, yeah, let's do this. Yeah, I mean, woo. All right. Swing in. Satin Doll, baby. Duke Ellington, yeah. So, yeah, play along with me. Jazz improvisation for beginners. Man, it's a lot of things happening there. There's some, we're looking at a basic language of jazz, which is, dotted eighth note followed by a 16th. Do do dee do dee dee do dee dee do dee dee do. Okay, so play this song with me, on a daily basis for a while until you learn the tune by heart and you're able to just close your eyes and play along with me. Try to match every note, every nuance. Jazz is about nuances, man. When you are playing this, I envision like a whole big band, man, just swinging do 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 boo do 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 do. You see what I did? It's not just playing the notes. The notes have nuances that need to be they are part of the language of jazz. Like do 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 boo do do ba do do ba do do ba do 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 da do do da dee dee do dee dee da. Hey. Do do dee do 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 dee do do dee do dee dee do dee dee do dee dee do dee da. See, I kind of trying to replicate these nuances on your instrument. Whether you're playing flute, saxophone, it doesn't matter. The jazz, swinging with these quarter dotted eighth note followed by a 16th. You got to swing, baby. So that's swing, Yeah. So, yeah, you're swinging and internalizing the style, and that is the language of jazz. And only through the oral tradition of can that be acquired. You can never learn that from a book. Okay. At the end of the day, you can read the notes, but ultimately, you have to listen to the interpretation of jazz by somebody who can play it. That's why it's recommended that in the beginning of your development as a jazz musician, you start listening to a whole bunch of recordings of early jazz in particular. Okay, if you didn't see my first video on jazz improvisation, take a look at that. I have a link to here, and just kind of sets the groundwork for where you need to go. Direction in terms of style, melodies, and form. Of the style of jazz. Also, one thing that obviously jazz improvisation is about scales. Okay. So you should learn, first of all the major scales. You should be practicing all the major scales, top to bottom, every day. And if you haven't done that, I only know like 3 or 4 scales, man. Well, you gotta start learning every scale there is. Okay, practice on using dotted eighth note by a 16 rhythm, and that's how you start internalizing jazz. It's a journey. Like I said, it's a marathon. But we got to start You gotta learn how to walk before you run. I'm still kind of walking, by the way. So, it's a never-ending learning process. So, yeah, if you like this video and it brings you value, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to visit down below in the description. We got a fabulous resource. Links to real books and other play-along material that you can use in your development as a musician. Okay, yeah, this is Play Along With Me, jazz improvisation training video for jazz musicians. It's a wrap. I'll see you next time. Thank you.